Good morning, Trinity. This is Kristen speaking, and I'm going to be sharing a devotional with you this morning. I'd like to talk about C.S. Lewis. Now, you probably have heard his name before because he is one of the most influential Christian writers of his time. And you may or may not know that during the Second World War, C.S. Lewis was invited to do a radio broadcast series about the Christian faith. And it's pretty amazing because in a time of fear and death and destruction, when people turned on the radio and they would hear the news about the war and about just the chaos that was happening around them, they would also hear C.S. Lewis speaking intelligently and with lots of humor about what he believed as a Christian and the faith that he had. And now you might be thinking that that's all good, but that's C.S. Lewis we're talking about. He could persuade anyone. It's pretty cool that the reason C.S. Lewis thought that he was chosen for this job was not because he was an expert, but actually because he was a beginner. He was a layman. He wasn't fancy, but he could speak to ordinary people and relate to them. Now, I think we've all experienced turning on the news and just feeling the fear and the worry and anxiety that the world has right now. But I want to say that God is opening doors for us to be able to be that voice in the middle of the chaos, to be the light in the darkness that is sharing the simple truths about Jesus and about Christianity. It's a moment for us to relate person to person and to share from your heart what you've experienced and who Jesus is to you. C.S. Lewis went on to write 30 or more different books. And one of those books is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, a children's story that is absolutely beautiful in the parallels it brings to Jesus, to the story of salvation. And in this book, Jesus is portrayed as a mighty lion. His name is Aslan. And there's a prophecy about this lion that says, "Wrong will be right when Aslan comes in sight. At the sound of his roar, sorrows will be no more. When he bares his teeth, winter meets its death. And when he shakes his mane, we shall have spring again." You have been given the Spirit of Jesus Christ that raised him from the dead. You are filled with power and boldness and courage to share the good news of the gospel with a world that is lonely and afraid. So look for the doors that he's going to be opening up for you in the times ahead and move into them with courage and with confidence.